Okay, hello all. Welcome to the Friday night hangout. We really should do this more often, but we are up. I'm gonna put a link in Discord real quick, so others are aware, and then we will get started on Bo's account advice. So give me 1 second. Got to grab the. Just a moment. Here. All right, grab the link now. Technology. Gotta love it. Okay, give me 1 second. We're putting the link live stream in our Here Gang / We Are Just Kidding server. Okay. Going to get out of Discord because that causes a lot of lag. So I'm just going to let Bo know. All right, so we're ready to stream. Okay, so welcome everyone. Hey, Chrissy's here again. Chrissy, thanks for joining the stream. We've got our usuals here, so appreciate you guys stopping by. And tonight, okay, so we've got the right window going. It looks like the stream is all set up. And please let me know if there's bad audio or a bunch of lag. Right now it says our connection is excellent, so hopefully we're in good shape. Audio should be about right. So we're ready to go. So here we are today, Friday night. We're doing well. Chrissy, thanks for asking. It's been a while since I've done a stream. I wish I had time to do more of these, but Bo987, who's a member of We Are Good, Just Kidding, JK, has been very patient with me, waiting for me to do the stream. So Bo is actually like a lot of other players in Summoner's War, where they've been around for a little while, and a lot of people kind of hit a wall after you've been around for a couple of years. So he's been around for 845 days, and is just really starting to get into Arena, World Arena, Special League, and I don't know why his siege battle is only Punisher 3. Maybe because that's what we finished last season. Um, anyway, so we're on a global server, and our guild is right here. We are good, JK. So these are our members. It's a pretty active guild. Um, so we've got, okay, Bo's here. Awesome. Okay, so Bo is the account owner, and we're just going to be looking at his account overall briefly, but then Bo asked me to kind of focus a little bit more on Siege. So we're going to work on maybe some different offenses, different defenses, or just improving the ones that are already there. So you can see we got 26 members in the guild, and we just finished Siege. We finished second place in our last Siege battle, and we were in the top 500 guilds. So we're approaching the higher end of G1, not quite there yet, but so if you're watching the stream and you aren't a member of We Are Good, just kidding. We are looking for more Siege players, and we always finish Triple S in Labyrinth as well. We really crank out Labyrinth, so have a lot of good people for that. So we're looking for more dedicated Siege players. We want to have more actives in Siege so that we can tackle some of the more active opponents that we sometimes run into. Okay, so go back here real quick. Look at the profile. So 845 days. You know, obviously TOA is all cleared up to TOA Hell 2-star. It's about where I'm at. That's where a lot of people are at. And then very respectable dungeon times. Giants is 36 seconds record. Dragons is under a minute. Necropolis is under a minute. Steel Fortress is the only one that's over a minute. But he didn't necessarily want me doing dungeon teams. He wants me to look at Siege. So, and then that's just Hollow Dark. R5 is very respectable at 30 seconds. Some really nice Rift Beast teams. Those are respectable scores. So it looks like we don't need to do a lot there. We may look at Giants a little bit, but let's see what we got going on so far. So we are farming Giants to get Bo some more mana. And everything looks okay. So we can probably improve those times. We got a couple runs over 2 minutes. We might look at that a little bit later, or maybe in another. But let's see. No speed. Let's check the cell settings here. Okay. So, because one of the things Bo did want me to look at was his runes, and we're going to play around with the cell settings a lot, because if you get, so this is a Swift rune with no speed. There's no need to keep this rune. You need speed on Swift. So we need to look at the cell settings here. Obviously that's a cell, and it picks up on that. This should also be a cell, because it does have crit damage as an innate, but no other redeemable stats. So we're going to have to look at these cell settings a little bit. Also, same with, now this is a legendary, so we'll leave that alone. That's actually, that could be really good Fatal Rune. So let's go into the cell selections, runes, and let's see what we've got here. Swift. Yeah, that's weird. It should. So 6-star hero legend, Swift, and include at least 4 speed. So that should be selling. Let's check something here. All right, so we're just going to mess around with these a little bit. Okay, I'm not quite sure. Oh, you know what? Let's check. 6-star. No, it's got Cell Hero. Swift. Okay. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. So we might need to look at that too. It's bizarre. It really should be. It really should be keeping. I'm not quite sure why the setting's not working. That should be selling. Let's take a look at this one more time. We're under runes, cell exclusion settings, Swift, legend hero. I'm going to say all main properties. And if anyone sees the obvious, hey, Style Bender, welcome aboard the stream. Appreciate it. I don't want to spend a lot more time on this because I don't want to be boring. So we need to make sure. It's odd that it's not selling. It should be selling that because it doesn't have speed. But okay. Well, we're not going to spend any more time on that. I should be able to do that. I don't know why that setting isn't changed. So I'm still somewhat new to the rune settings. I've got it set up really nicely on my LD only account. It sells a lot. But Bo, one of the things you had asked me about was, what do we do for runes? And so you need to work with your cell exclusion settings. And tell you what, I might copy. Yeah, I'm on my LD only account on my phone right now. And I'm going to put my cell exclusion settings out in chat. And we're going to copy those because mine is set up pretty strict. So I'm going to. Yeah, I think you might have champs. Or you could have someone else's, I don't know. But let's get into. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pop into Giants. Okay, so we're in runes. We're going to share into guild chat. Okay, so now we're gonna see a difference once I adopt this. So give me 1 second. We're gonna go into guild chat, and we are going to apply this. Okay, now we're gonna Go back into our farming. There we go. Okay, so now it's properly selling this rune. So yes, style, we are on global. We have room in our guild. We're looking for more siege players. So, but bow, if it's swift and if it doesn't have speed, you sell it. And then blade, actually that's not a bad looking blade rune. And I just want to make sure my settings applied properly. Yeah, that's a flat stat. That doesn't have the right stuff. So yeah, okay, so bow, that should help you with your rune selection. It's going to end up giving you more mana and less stuff to look at. This could be a pretty good rune if it just rolls right. And there's really, you want at least, I mean, obviously it's fatal, you want more crit rate, but 20% attack, so it's an 8 and a 4, yeah, or 2 6s, and a 6 into speed. That's a decent rune. And then, rune marking. Okay, so another thing, Bo. All right, Style, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Mine, you guys are pushing for tournament. Good luck. We're not there yet. Okay, so Bo, another thing I'm going to recommend is I'm going to set up your rune marking a little bit. This makes it super easier to find runes when you're looking for it. And I've set up a system that I like. You're welcome to change this. So slot number 1 is just a keeper rune. It's a decent rune that's worth keeping. That doesn't necessarily have some of the other things we're looking for. The second option is 20 plus speed runes, and that allows you to mark runes that are going to be really fast. And even though I say 20 plus, I usually include anything that's like 16 or higher that can be grinded up to 20, because 20 is kind of like the minimum that I need. And then another category I have is 15 plus on crit rate, crit damage, or attack. And that's attack percent. So that way you can mark runes that have the really nice crit rate, crit damage, and attack stats. And then number 4 slot is priority reapps. And those are the super juicy reapps that you want to prioritize those, getting those really nice. And then you can mark them as something else once they finally roll well. And then number 5 is just your standard reapps. Other reapps that, you know, maybe someday you'll want to do them when you have a whole bunch of extra reappraisal stones. But so if we look at this rune, this has 20 attack and 5 crit rate, decent speed. I would actually mark this as a 15 plus crit rate, damage, or attack rune. And that way, later on when you're trying to find exact right things for your units, it's easier. It's nice that it has a HP 6%. That's a pretty decent hero rune. This is garbage, and I would not recommend reapping energy runes. It's just they're. You could maybe occasionally make a case for one, but not this one. So you want to use. You would just want to sell this to get the plus 10. Plus 10 pieces for crafting legend runes. So this is another potentially nice rune. So we're going to plus 9 this one. Nice triple roll into crit damage. You could always You can always gem in a better crit rate or attack. That's a nice rune. Now, I know we got a lot to do with runes tonight, so I'm not going to take this higher. But once again, now you got another one. 22% crit damage. So that's garbage. I don't like +4 speed runes, but if it double rolls, no, that's not a good rune. Because that's missing 2 speed, and it's missing 2 HP, and it's missing 2 crit rate. So it's missing a lot. So not worthwhile. Okay. So that's my just little pitch for having a rune system. Because later on, once you've marked a lot of runes, then you can sort through them much easier. And you're at 1080 runes right now out of 1200, which is not too bad. Now we're going to take a look at Swift. Okay, you only have 74. Let's see what we've got on speed, and it's sorted by sub-property. So what do we got here? 25, 24, 20, 20. Yeah, these are not bad. The 25 is not bad for a top rune. Everyone's always after the elusive. And so here, this is another crit rate, crit damage, attack rune, although I generally don't keep any Swift that are below 16 speed or 15, depending on what the other stats are. So like this is, it's 29% attack, but the rest of the stats are garbage. So before I go any further, Bo, you okay with me selling some runes? I don't want to like leave your account with nothing, but I also want to kind of just talk through a little bit of the standards on why I would sell something. So to give you a better idea, because one of the things I've found over the last few months is that if you're more picky on the runes you keep, and then you sell off the stuff that's garbage, then you're going to be in a much better spot after a couple of months. That is stat rich, just innate speed. Ouch. Yeah, so this one, it's so one of the things you look for is substats that synergize, and these don't synergize, and it's low speed, so that's a sell. Wow, 2 innates. Oh my god. Okay, which one's better? Because innate speed is terrible for Swift. I know this has some nice stats. This has higher crit rate, has crit damage and accuracy. This does not have accuracy. Resistance is not. So yeah, that rune's gone. And Bo, please stop me if I'm selling runes you love. So okay, that at least has some speed. It's 28. Let's see what we got down here. 22 speed, which is not grinded. Okay, so we need more grinds. 20, 20, 20. So we need to be doing Swift. So you need to be sitting in Giants, because these are decent runes for like Punisher 3. Sorry, not Punisher 3. Oops. Fighter 3. But to get into C1 in Arena and RTA, you're just going to need faster runes. So it looks like you're doing pretty good about... Okay. All right. So, Bo, I'm just going to kind of talk through as I sell stuff. So generally once you have a decent number of runes, and this is a decent number of runes, you want to have like a minimum standard and just sell off stuff that doesn't meet that standard. And so I would suggest for you that the minimum standard is like 15 or 16 speed for Swift, and this only has 10. And you don't want to grind to 10. That's a waste of a grind. So that's gone. That's a +9 with 10 speed, so I wouldn't keep that. And that's a +12 with only 9 speed. No, not for Swift. Anything that's ruined on a monster, I'm not going to sell. You can always deal with those later. +9, so even if we get another speed roll, it's only 12. Now this is a legend, so this is, and actually it's got crit rate and crit damage in it. And you can still keep it out. But what I would do is I would mark this, now this is a slot 3. I generally don't recommend re-apping slot 3s, but if you really need a slot 3, this has a defense percent in the innate, which keeps it from, so you not only do you have defense flat, you have defense percent that won't show up in your 4 substats. So this is actually a decent re-app. It's not a priority. Priority re-apps, you want to just leave that for the really important runes, and this is just a decent one. So we'll leave that as a re-app. You got another legend here with stats that do not synergize. You would not use, you'd probably never put this on a monster, so that's also for now a re-app. Again, don't re-app a lot of slot 3s, but just wanted to kind of, so it has speed, it has attack, has crit rate. I would actually keep, just because this has really high attack, I would keep that, because sometimes you don't need a ton of speed in dungeons versus PvP. So this is not the best looking rune, and it didn't roll well. So that's another one I would just mark as a re-app. And you can get rid of those later. So this is a hero rune. You're definitely not re-apping a hero. Those stats are terrible. So that's gone. It's got 15 crit damage, but it's a hero. You're not re-apping. It's really not a very good rune. Do you have other better crit damage runes? "15 speed, 6 crit rate." Actually, that's not a bad. You need a lot more speed. Yeah, well, since you don't have a lot, I'm not going to sell that. But that would be a sell for me coming very close in the future. Okay, so then slot 5s, you got 24, 23, 21. And yeah, that's a +4, +3. Okay, so some reasonable Swift runes there. What do we got here? It's a hero, so you're not re-apping it. All these stats are garbage. 20 crit damage is nice, but you're not getting anything out of that. Same here, low speed, and then you've got crit rate, resistance, and HP. Those don't match well with each other. So this is one really nice way to generate mana. Yeah. So this has really nice crit damage, and every once in a while you'll find a monster that doesn't need a lot of speed, and then you got 25 crit damage. So that's a nice one to keep. And that, by marking them, you're preventing yourself from accidentally selling them. It's another nice crit damage rune. There's only so many monsters that need that. Innate crit rate is bad. 9 speed is bad. Even though it's got a really nice attack percent, the rest of the stats don't match. So that's a cell. And you're generating mana for once you have good runes. Stat heavy, and you put some grinds into that. So 10 speed though is too slow. This is a +9. If this rolls one more time into speed, it's an 8 roll into attack. I don't know. That is a legend. Well, you highly recommend you never re-app slot 5s that don't have an innate. So that's not a re-app target. 14 speed, you could grind it a little higher. It's somewhat usable with the runes that you have. 15, 16, 16. Okay, all right. So actually your slot 5s are not in horrible shape. And then we're going to look here. 23, 20. Okay, that's not, I mean, for just getting into Fighter 3 and C1 Arena and RTA, your Swifts could be in worse shape. Now let's look at will runes real quick. 26, 24, okay. This is a legend. It does not have an innate, but this rune itself is not useful. I suppose you could try to gem in higher speed and then grind it to get something up in the 12 to 14 range. Then I don't know. Don't know how many runes you actually have that are legend. That's a crit rate. You don't want to necessarily get rid of that, although it's slow. So we're going to start hearing this over and over again. Yeah. Ancient Hero. It's got some nice big numbers on it. Okay, so this is itself not the best. The stats don't synergize that well, but it's got an innate, so you could potentially re-up that someday if you really need a slot 1. Again, don't really recommend re-upping slot 1s. It should be 2, 4, and 6. So low roll and the crit rate. Yeah, it's a hero. You would never re-up that, so that's gone. Ooh, nice legend. I mean, not actually the good rune, but it's kind of curious. Okay, you got 11 re-app stones, so for ancients. So this could potentially be, again, not a great target, but it could be a target. 17 speed there. It's reasonable. You got 22, 20, 17. All right. I mean, you could have worse runes. It looks like you need to do a lot of R5. So that'd be another suggestion for you. And just more rune farming. So we won't take a look at all the runes, but Swift Will is what you're after to try to get out of Fighter 3 and into C1. So, and also work on what you need for Siege. So now we're going to, so that's a brief look at runes. And then we're going to look at what do we do in Siege. So did we hit the boss? Okay, we did. 2.4 million, not bad. Okay, so we've hit the boss. And good to see you're doing your TOA normal and hard. We got some arena wings that we need to get rid of. So let's take a look at your arena team. See how this functions. Nice attack boost from, God, what's his name? Fire Striker. Okay, so Megan derped, of course, because that's exactly what you want Megan to do. Is use skill 2 when her skill 3 is available. And okay, there we go. Smart Megan. Yep. So this is a very efficient. You know, if Megan does the right thing, uses skill 3, then Cocky's going to kill most things. You just want to be. Of course, she doesn't. And then Cocky doesn't use his skill, but then Lucian comes through. And nice job using Fire Striker. I still can't remember her name. I need to look at that. It's also a little late. Well, your Megan really doesn't use her 3. My Megan's usually pretty decent at doing that. I have her built. Duran just got a dupe Wind Demon. That sucks. Okay. Douglas, yes, Douglas. All right. Douglas can be a beast. He can be really annoying on siege defenses, so we'll have to see. Well, you don't see him in a lot of siege defenses, but he's more of an RT kind of character. But I have seen him in some siege defenses where he just goes crazy. So, Bo, if there's anything else you want me to look at on the account, just to, we have limited time, but if there's something else that's really been bothering you on your account, let me know. We might be able to do a little tweak here or there. Ooh, we need to look at the monster box. We need to take a look at what tools you have available for siege. So we're just finishing off your wings here. This is a fast arena team, so this is a pretty easy arena to just farm wings. Just get those points. The points aren't as needed as they used to be when you're building towers. Thank God they got rid of that. That's such a grind. I hated that. But now you can get skulls and devil mons and other stuff. So there goes Douglas doing his thing. I still do not have Douglas on my main. I want him. I hope to get him someday soon. In fact, I just submitted my application for Schizophrenic Gamer to do summons for me. I often do my own, but I wanted to see if maybe I can get lucky and get one video with him doing summons for me before he retires from Summoner's War. So he will be missed. He's a really cool guy. That's not a good rune. That has speed. We're not going to roll now. That has speed. That has speed. Okay. Okay, so we're going to +9 this. Oh, God. Triple defense flat. That's my luck. completely avoided speeds. That's an immediate sell. And we're going to end this real quick and restart it before we get into the siege. So, well, let's take a look at the monster box. What do we got here? So you have a lot of the usual suspects, some good monsters. Oh, you got Bungholio. That's awesome. Sonya. Chung Hung. Okay, you got some pieces here. You have Leo, which is great. Let's take a look into monster storage. You got some more Mons. You have Molly. That's good. Dark. Rangers, really nice. You've got Diaz for... Diaz is really good in R5. He'd be worth building for a resistance lead. You got Daphnis. Thanks, champ. I appreciate it. Yeah. I haven't been doing a lot of streams, so I don't have a big audience yet for streams, but yes, please like and subscribe. And if we get a better audience going, that would be cool. Oh, you got a dupe Leo. Oof. Okay. Yeah, you've got a lot of you've got a decent set of monsters. Oh, you have Unfair Bear, which is very good. Jade is not horrible. So, okay, let's get down here. Yeah. Okay, so you've got Carlos, which is great. Carlos is really good. More RTA than Siege, but he could be used in Siege. Let the pictures fill in here. You have Minato. That's great. So you have a decent number of Nat 5s. Room to get more, of course, but see these pictures fill in real quick. Okay, all right. So we got some tools to work with. Let's see what we've got. Let's reset giants here. No speed there. It's an immediate sell. Minute and a half average. It's not horrible. All right, so let's go into siege battle here. Yeah, we finished up second place in the last siege that just ended. So let's see what we get as a reward here. See if we can get something nice. Six mystical scrolls, I'd take that. That really, we're going to leave that for now just because it's a slot 6. So this is a re-app. Slot 5, you probably don't want to re-up a slot 5 shield rune, but it's got an innate. So we'll keep that around for a bit. All right, so let's take a look here. We've got some wins on defense, which is good. Um, 13 and 10 is not bad. Anytime you can have a siege defense that has a positive win record, um, that's not bad because people are really used to destroying defenses. So, excuse me, it's getting a little late. Took a while to get this stream going. 2 and 5, 0 and 1. So you have some of the classic, maybe not meta siege defenses anymore, but these are defenses that you would sometimes see in Punisher 2, Punisher 3, lower level G1. Okay, so we need to rune up Cichlid. How fast is your Clara? 163, okay. So that's why this defense is 0 and 1. Clara is just too slow for G1 Siege. You need Clara to be closer to plus 200. Excuse me. It's been a long day. Did a lot of yard work today. Certainly needs to be basically you need more speed. So I can tell you right now to improve your siege defenses. Spend a ton of time in giants and get those swift runes that are faster. That's what you're going to need. Okay, well, let's fix this first one. So, Cichlid needs to be ruined. And you want... So you want Cichlid to go basically right after a shear. So a shear is going to boost. Cichlid's going to go and try to cool down, strip, and defense break. And then Neong is going to kill something. So let's rune up Cichlid. So let's see what speed a shear is first. Shear is plus 163. So obviously we're not looking to be faster than that. So Cichlid is a pretty good monster to have on Vio Will. It's pretty common. You could potentially also have her on Swift. But she needs to be faster than Neon. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, so Cichlid, you need some speed, you need some accuracy to land her stuff. So I don't know if that's... Let's check out, this is where... Oh boy, no will runes with accuracy. Okay, so you got a couple... Ooh, this could be a good rune. As long as it doesn't roll into crit damage, this could actually be a really nice rune. I need to stop saying that. As soon as I say that, a double roll into crit damage. God. Alright. Well, at least it rolled once into HP and once into speed. Because this is... that was horrible. We're going to put this as a re-app, but we'll use it for now. Let's first see if we can get it with... because this is 15 speed. Let's first see what we can get our accuracy up to before we have to go for an accuracy rune. So, so speed HP, or speed HP accuracy. Let's go with HP %. Speed is the sub, and we don't have... don't have what we need there. So do we have a will? HP but no speed. Eesh. Okay. Might have to get creative here. Okay, do we have Chung Pung? Bo, do you use Chung Pung anywhere right now? Like a lot? Or is that something that's just kind of ruined up? Oh, he's in a defense. And actually that's 3 and 5. So we don't want to mess with that. So we're not going to steal that rune off him. Because Nat 5 defenses are in short supply, and we are good JK. So we're not going to steal that. Oops. I do that on my own account too. Where'd the mermaid go? Where is she? She wasn't fully leveled up, was she? Yeah. Okay. I'm tempted on that to steal Chung Pung's rune, but we better not do that. Can we borrow a Nemesis rune? I don't think we can. Boy. Bo, is your Darien used anywhere? Because I could maybe steal that off Darien. Not Darien. What's his name? Windarian. Royd. Okay. He's not fully ruined right now, so I'm stealing his rune. And we need speed. And then we want accuracy is one of the main things going on here. Defense HP, that's actually pretty decent. It's plus 15 that. That's not a bad rune to start off with. 12 accuracy. Okay. And then let's go. Let's find will runes that have speed. Hey, 18 speed is not horrible. That might be a pretty decent rune. Because then your next best option is 17, although you can grind these. But the question is, do we have grinds? Ooh, we've got a couple speed grinds. So that's actually not a bad rune. I wish it didn't have HP percent as innate. But the rest of the stats are nice, except for crit rate. Speed, accuracy, crit rate, crit damage. Because you want a lot of HP on the mermaid just in case she gets. So this is a legend rune with speed and 8. Slot 5, there's no way you'd ever re-app that, so I'm selling that. Okay, so we don't really have the best options. Let's see what we've got. And that might be usable. We could gem out the crit damage but that's wasting partial roll. Let's see if we just have a better option on Bio. team. Is she? She's not fully ruined either. We might want to steal that one. And our accuracy is too low. So we need better accuracy. Speed is not horrible. Because we also have a grind there. Now that's a legend ancient. No grind for that. Because 18, and if you get an ancient speed grind, like a hero, it could be like +4 more if you're lucky. Her HP is pretty decent right now. Let's see if we can get... Will is... We might just have to go with that. +10. It's pretty bad. But let's see if we have an intangible accuracy. No, those are the really valuable runes. It'd be nice to have one of those. Okay, so we're going to go violent. That rune rolled horribly. Now we're violent will, and we're at 81% accuracy, which is not bad. Oh god, we can power this up. And you don't necessarily want to grind that rune, you just want to wait until you only have 2 reappraisal stones, so I'm not going to throw one on that right now. It doesn't have an innate. So this is 17 speed. Let's see, this is it's a hero, so you're not going to re-up it. And it's HP percent innate, which also wouldn't mean say re-up. But you can throw a hero grind on the speed, and then we can... So let's do that. We're going to see if we can get to 21 speed here. We did it. Awesome. And we've got plenty of defense grinds here. Hey, 6 is not horrible for a hero. Then I'll let you... You have accuracy already. This best play here would probably be resistance. Yeah, okay. So we're going to leave that for you to decide what you want to put there. All right, so you're on Vile Will. You're at plus 115 speed, so 225. We can grind this up more if we had some grinds, which we don't. And actually, I would just grind all that. 12 accuracy, 13 defense. You can maybe gem in better HP percent if you had a grind, if you had a gem for that, which you don't. Hey, plus 17k HP. She's approaching 30k. She's got over 1,000 defense. Accuracy is now 97. Check out these artifacts. That's one of the things that Bo mentioned. Little tips on artifacts might be good. So you have skill 3 accuracy, which makes a lot of sense. Excuse me. Additional damage is good. Crit damage taken is not bad for a support monster. It's actually a decent artifact. I mean, it's not great. You got 2 rolls into HP. Bomb damage is useless on Cichlid, so skill 1 crit additional damage by speed. And she's like, I mean, she's not super fast, but I don't know if you want to use a hero on that, so I'm going to wait on that. This one doesn't really help you very much. And it might be good to get a little more defense. Yeah, let's see if we can find a better artifact. Let's see. Ugh. Nothing is screaming out of, crit damage taken -6 is not too bad. Damage taken from fire. It's a pretty nice crit damage stat. But she's not going to be doing any crit damage. Okay, so not a ton of options, but we'll do this for now. Yeah, it's definitely better than that one. So you get some more defense. Yeah, so now you're almost at 1200 defense. Your Violent Will, you need a couple more skill ups, but she's already skilled up in skills 2 and 3. We're going to go ahead and change the first skill to a shear to make sure that he's going to use his skill 2. And that defense is now in better shape. So she's runed up. So that's actually, it's still a fairly, I don't know if it's meta anymore, but it's a fairly good defense still. Yeah, so I'm seeing a lot of things that are not gemmed and grinded. So you really need to be spending a lot of time in R5. But I would be spending about 80% of my time in Giants, going after Swift, Despair, Fatal Blade, all useful rune sets. So let's take a look at your best defense. It's 13 and 10. Let's take a look at this one. So Violent Will, very good. Could use a little more crit rate and more accuracy. So she strips, but she needs more accuracy to get her strips in. Does she have accuracy? Skill 3 accuracy +6, but it's still only 21%. We might mess around with her a little bit here in a second. And she needs to be faster than Veritra. So, although she's already faster. So, because if you have Lume go before Veritra, she's an extra strip, and also can place defense breaks, which could help out Veritra's damage. So we need to see if we can make, because he's +133, which is not necessarily horrible. So she's already speed, 11 there, 20 there, not bad, 24. 12. And 6 and 8. Let's see if we can do better than that. So she is a crit damage build. She's a little low on crit rate. She's on 13 here. We lose 2 crit rate, but we gain 13 extra speed. Now, is he on a defense? I don't want to steal from him if he's already on a defense. I don't remember him being on a defense. Okay, so he's not on a defense, so we're going to steal that. So Lu Mei is going to steal that one. And then do we have? We do. Ooh, we have 2 Is this a? It's a hero. I wouldn't necessarily want to use a legend accuracy, especially. Yeah, we've got some heroes. So. All right. Ooh, nice. We got 8 accuracy. That's a good roll. And we don't have any HP flat. HP flat grinds are useful, so I would make sure that you keep those if you accumulate any of those. So okay, so she's now plus 128. So 230. And I think Veritra 234. So let's see if we can get her slightly faster. Those 2 are really nice, so we're not going to mess with those. 11 speed there, 12 speed there. I'm tempted to steal from the sniper. Speed, crit rate, crit damage. It's a lot of attack. We need more speed. Yeah, we're going to borrow this rune from the sniper, which means she's now faster than Veritra. So that fixes a problem there. And then okay, normally you don't want to do what I'm about to do, but if we have like a blue rune or a blue gem, we do. Just because we need more accuracy. Get a little more defense on her. And crit rate's not horrible. And it's just a blue gem. Normally I wouldn't use any kind of gems on a blue rune, but we want to get her accuracy up, so we'll take it. Speed's good. Okay, so she's better. Still room for improvement, but now it's going to be high ends goes first. She hopefully strips everybody. Then Blue May goes, and she has additional chance to strip and defense break. And then Verta will go last and try to debuff everybody. So that should hopefully. Oh, we don't want. So we're going to want the first skill to be strip on high ends so that she'll strip people, and then Lume and Virtua can do the damage. So we fixed a couple of those. Bo, you just need to get Clara much faster, like 20, 30, 40 more speed. And then, so one of the things we're trying to do in not Here Gang, We Are Good Just Kidding, is Here Gang's our old guild. Is we're trying to look at what other, try to build defenses that are similar. So, Bo, one of the things I do need to actually end the stream here soon. It's getting late, and we want to start building similar defenses across all players when we can. So let's see. Sniper, Pumpkin, Triana. And that's actually can be a really good defense. We had another member who was in Here Gang who's taken a break from the game, and he had this exact team we're going to suggest Bo to build. Now I saw you had a fire sniper. Where'd he go? There he is. So, fire sniper. And we want our old pumpkin buddy. Where did he go? There he is. Okay, so we're adding him into the team. And then do we have Triana? I thought I saw Triana in here. Let's complete this for now. Check the monster box. Because if you don't have Triana, no, you do. Okay. So where is she? Okay. I am not finding your Triana. She's got to be around here somewhere. Where'd she go? If anyone's seeing that Triana, I am not. I don't know. Ah, there she is. Okay. All right, Bo. you asked for another team. This one I'm going to leave to you to rune up, but I'll give you a little advice on stream here real quick. Okay. Okay, so the way this team works is Triana's there to keep everyone alive, and then you want chilling to be really fast. So your violent probably aren't fast enough. You probably need to go swift, and then he will strip and steal buffs, and that should hopefully allow your sniper on defense to do his passive, put a defense break on, and then snipe a target. So that's the idea behind this team. You want chilling as fast as possible, ideally on violent, but if you can't get him fast, you need to go swift. Everything should be on swift will. Chilling should be violent or swift will. Triana should be violent will. And then Carcano could be Fatal Blade, Rage Blade, things like that. Turn order will be Chilling first, then Carcano, and then Triana. So that's a big defense for you to build. And I believe my main has that defense built. Let me double check real quick. Yes, I do. So there's the defense. It's 5 and 5, and I can guarantee the reason it's 5 and 5 is that I'm too slow. Yeah, I'm only plus 149 on Violent Destroy. And you can do Violent Destroy if you want, in case it gets into a long battle. So you can see my chilling is speed, HP, HP, and a lot of grinds put in. And then Carcano, it should be Violent Will, speed, crit damage, HP. You probably want him to be, now you want him to be really tanky, so it's actually not bad as long as you can get high attack elsewhere. So your Carcano needs a little bit of work, but he's not in horrible shape. And then Triana, most people will do Violent Will, but sometimes it's not a bad idea to have Shield to make the team survive a bit better. Okay, so you can take a look at my team for ideas on runes and artifacts. So anyway, so fix a couple of your teams, added in another new one for you to work on. And Bo, thanks for letting me look at your account tonight. It was a pleasure. And you've got a lot of decent pieces here. We just used up all your energy. And we have 4 runes that should at least be rolled a little bit. Okay, if this goes double speed, then we can look at triple. No, so that's gone. Crit rate, can we get double speed? Oh, double 4s, that's not worth keeping. And that did not roll well either. So that's actually kind of maybe a re-app. It's also could just be, oh, hello. This is a pure speed play. It needs to be double roll into speed or it's not useful. There we go. Sold. Um, so anyway, Bo, I hope that gives you at least a couple of ideas and gives you a couple teams to work on improving your runes. But as we've been talking about in chat in the guild, is just keep hammering giants, and maybe we could do another one of these someday, where we work on really improving your giants team. So if your giants team is about a minute and a half on average, if you can get that average down to 50 seconds or 60 seconds, you're going to be in much better shape for just cranking out runes. So that's my other piece of advice, would be to spend a lot of time looking at your Giants team very closely. So anyway, folks, thanks for joining in tonight. I know this was unscheduled, which is, if I could actually plan these things out, we can get a bigger audience. But I do appreciate the people that were here tonight. Hopefully we help Bo improve his account just a little bit, and maybe we'll visit again in the future. So until next time, see ya.